Xposure.
Okay, we've got part 2 of that Insane Macbeth Bow Down interview. What is going on with the track now since last time we spoke then?
Okay, when we last spoke, we had basically laid down all of the vocals minus TB, tuberculosis. He turned up very late. I was very upset with him. Anyway, the brother turned up and he smashed it. Very unique, different style. I knew what he was going to come with because he sent me the lyrics. And yeah, he murked it. He done his thing. He repped East proper. And yeah, a valuable asset to the Bow Down remix. So now we're at No Sleep Nigel's spot. That's my engineer. Didn't mix at Mac's house where we recorded the initial track and the previous street singles that I put out last year. Strongest Ends with Reveal, Can't Couldn't Could Never with Carl Hines, and Killer featuring Rough Styles, Tony D, and I can't remember.
Subsies.
Sorry, Subs. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, we basically got a mix of both the original version of Bow Down featuring SP repping Gloucester, and also the remix with TB, Bad Girl Ronster, and Rough Styles. And yeah, we've nearly got a mix sounding heavy still. You know, No Sleep Nigel, you know, Don Engineer doing what he's always done for me for the last 20 plus years. Yeah, came out neat, came out good.
Okay, so on this track, I know you've used a few other elements that you haven't used in your work before. Would you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, worked with a couple of vocalists for the first time in my career. Worked with Keaty Rooty, who reps Black Legacy Records. He's basically a dub vocalist, kind of similar in vibe style to maybe someone like Sizzler in Yard in Jamaica. Someone who I've known for a while. We've got a mutual friend, Dark Joint, who produces for an MC called Malachi, who I've also worked with. And yeah, it was great working with Keaty. You know, he brought a different energy and element to my body of work. Saw the vision of what I wanted. Did a kind of rendition of a Sizzler song. You Can Never Take My Crown. Yeah, it came out blessed. And really, it was just a thing for me, tapping into kind of like my Jamaican roots, my Yard roots. You know, my mother, my late mother, should I say. She was from a Spanish town in Jamaica. Also, her father, my grandfather, you know, Arthur Rogers, he was based in Spanish Town, you know, been to Jamaica, you know, about 9 times, and that's a part of I Am. So for me to kind of now bring that element was, you know, yeah, it was very blessed. And, you know, Keaty Rooty, he done a blessed job, done a very, very good job, saw the vision and just, he nailed it, you know. So yeah, that was cool. Also used a classical R&B vocalist. Never worked with one either. CC Cutie, she saw the vision as well. And it was really kind of strange because we initially kind of planned to work on another sort of idea that I had, which was kind of very raw, very kind of very kind of explicit, but she's cool and she's down with I Am. And when I met her, we had a couple of kind of business meetings. Then I said to her, oh, you know, it just kind of had a light bulb moment. You know, you could come on this Bow Down thing. And like, yeah, she nailed it as well, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of work with her, hopefully, you know, saying that's the plan anyway. So like, yeah, it was great working with her. And yeah, just vocalists just bring a different element to hip-hop per se, never mind my vibe, the dungeon funk, you know, and yeah, you can only kind of spread my sound.
Okay, and finally, I know 2013 marks 20 years of Insane Macbeth in the game. What's going on with you for 2014?
Working on the big team, Still Killer, with Tony D, repping Poisonous Poets, Poison Inc. Yeah, I've said in a few interviews that for me right now, I feel he's the nicest in UK hip hop. He absolutely killed it on the Killer. That was the street single that I brought out a year ago, December 2013. Honoured to have the chance to work with him again. Spoke to him last night about a few of the ideas I've got, and he's absolutely 100% down with Still Killer, with I Am. And to be honest with you, Sammy, that track, yeah. I mean, Bow Down was heavy, you know, Killer was heavy, you know, all my body of work is heavy. I'm just gonna say
yes.
it, yeah. But Still Killer, the ideas I've got for that track, yeah, you know, that for me. To be honest with you, it's gonna be so strong, it's gonna be so killer that I feel that I could actually just leave the game on that note. Because I still feel, to be honest, I don't really get my due in UK rap, so it's just a case of me making records and, you know, and still kind of loving what I do, and then whoever's feeling what I'm doing, they're feeling what I'm doing. If they're not, they're not. I don't really too partial at this stage. As you mentioned, I've been in this game, you know, 20 years, so it's a thing of, you know, you come into the game loving it, then you get, you know, frustrated, the politics, etc., and I'm just come full circle again. I've just done a full circle, you know, loving this thing again. And you know, I love Tony D's style. He's just he's got them punchlines. He's just super nice with the flow. And yeah, you know, the whole world watch out for Still Killer, featuring Tony D, Poisonous Poets, Poisoning. I just want to big up Xposure radio show, been playing I Am the last, you know, couple years, so that's nice. Sammy J, big yourself up. You know, Dynamic Jen, big yourself up, and you know, I'm an ally, so you know, I'm always going to hit you off with the music, you know, with the gems, and you know, keep coming to the sessions, keep, you know, getting that inside scoop of Macbeth.
The Xposure.